fiercer about this issue. We hate to say it, but we do say it on this program. A lot of racism is involved. We understand we can't have total open borders. We understand a country has a right and a need to control the immigration coming into the country. On the other hand, these people are here. How do we deal with them, especially people who've been here for such a long time? There must be a humane way of dealing with them and integrating them into our society legally. Also, if immigration was a little easier, you probably know of stories. We know, we're here in the Southwest, a lot of Mexicans here. We know that sometimes it takes 10 years before your immigration comes up after paying thousands of dollars applying for this and that and going through all the paperwork and legalese. And then when your day comes up, you get rejected for no particular reason stated. And then you have to start all over. So this makes people frustrated, and then they attempt to come into the country illegally, right?
Yeah, that is absolutely correct. I mean, the fact that we have so many, illegal immigrants in this country, it has to do with also the fact that our system of legal immigration does not work for us. I mean, it takes 20 years for a Mexican family to immigrate, and for workers, it's completely impossible, especially from countries from, say, India, China, Philippines, or Mexico. Those four countries have their visa quotas set, and then their dates are so far behind others that it's almost more difficult to get legally immigrate from there. So obviously there's a bunch of illegal immigration happening. I mean, for my own case, I came here when I was 14 with my father, and we came legally. But what happened was, they also filed our paperwork too, but what happened was I aged out. I turned 21. My parents are documented, and I was told, sorry, you don't get your papers and you have to wait another 7 to 9 years to get them. So I wait about 18 years while they got to wait only 10 years. So it seems ridiculous, and it's frustrating. So, I mean, that also happens with people a lot.
Yes. This is what a lot of...
we have to fix...
this is what a lot of Americans don't understand in the argument, right, Perna? They think, why don't they just wait their turn? Why don't they go back and do it legally? But they've tried, and the system doesn't work. And if the immigration officer who's interviewing that day had a bad day, had an argument with... It's totally arbitrary. They could reject you for any kind of reason they want to come up with at all. And they have to understand it doesn't work. And there's a lot of prejudice in the immigration as well, right?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, nowadays we have couples that are married legitimately and who are scrutinized to no end. I mean, the immigration has just changed drastically in the past 20 years from being a system of benefits to being a system of enforcement. And it's gotten worse, actually, for people who want to get married even, who are legitimate, couples, people who want to immigrate with their families, keeping families together. I mean, if I was to go and deport myself today, I actually wouldn't even qualify under my mom's petition for me, because then I have a 10-year ban on me. If I do, so quote-unquote, go back and do things legally, then I actually cannot do things legally, because I won't be eligible to enter the country for 10 years. So it makes no sense.
This is what people need to understand. It's broken. It makes it next to impossible to immigrate legally a lot of times, and some people just don't like, particularly Hispanics. They'll say, "Oh, well, so what? There's too many here anyway." Well, that's their problem. They're being prejudiced. But if you understand that the system is creating the illegal problem, then you understand it needs reform. And America should be behind that. Ronald Reagan, when he was in there, he gave a flat-out amnesty. What they're talking about with reform is not a guarantee. You have to go through the system, right? You have to qualify. You have to pay fines. You have to learn English. Then you could get legal status. You're not even a citizen yet, but you have legal status to be here. Very different than Ronald Reagan's